Hello Marvelites, it is I, Mr Sinister, here today for yet another video, but this time I'll be talking about the marvels of metal. But this time I'll be talking about the metals of Marvel, and I don't mean just Iron Man's suit is made of metal. No, I mean the metals that Marvel Comics made. And I don't just mean the shield or the claws, there are several alloys created in the Marvel Comics universe and movies. I will also mention the alternate universe versions or modified versions of said metal. Mostly 616 and 199999, the cinematic universe. If you want to know about alternate universe versions of the metal, the link is in the description. But we'll start off with our most notable metals. First off, we have Adamantium. Adamantium is a metal that coats Wolverine's skeleton. Adamantium is very dense, artificial, iron-based alloy that is virtually indestructible. Like full-on indestructible. A pure blade of adamantium, particularly a sharp one, is capable of cutting almost any known substance, with the known exceptions of adamantium itself and Captain America's shield, which is made up of proto-adamantium, which is a vibranium alloy. The ability to slice completely through a substance with an adamantium blade depends on the amount of force being exerted and the density of the material in question. Creating even a small amount of adamantium is astronomically expensive, and only a few people know the complete formula. Adamantium is created by mixing certain chemical resins. When these resins are mixed and kept at a temperature of 1500 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty hot, the resulting liquid can be cast or worked into a particular shape. After 8 minutes, the mixture sets and becomes solid. Its molecular structure is extremely stable. There are a few known physical forces capable of altering its molecular structure. Some examples of adamantium in Marvel are Wolverine's claws and skeleton, Battlestar's shield, Bullseye's spinal column and part of his skeleton, Ultimate Captain America's shield, the Constrictor's coils, Gambit's telescopic staff, Lady Deathstrike's claws and skeleton, outer plating of several Ultronbot, X-23's claws, both her hands and feet, Bucky's Captain America suit, and much more. The next Marvel metal is none other than Vibranium, most notably used as what makes up Black Panther's suit, and Cap's shield in the cinematic universe. Vibranium is a rare, naturally occurring meteoric ore, theorized to have an extraterrestrial origin. Later proven true, it has been found in 2 distinct varieties and most abundant in Wakanda. Vibranium is not as hard or as dense as adamantium, but is still very durable. Being more malleable, it is also easier to make objects out of, such as the mask costume the Black Panther wears. Vibranium absorbs vibratory and kinetic energy within its vicinity. The outside vibratory energy is stored within the bonds between the molecules making up the vibranium. As a result, a chunk of vibranium which had absorbed a considerable amount of vibratory energy would be exceedingly hard to demolish. Vibranium absorbs more impact than adamantium and sometimes can release it. If enough force were applied to this chunk to smash it, vibranium would explode, releasing lots of vibratory energy. There are limits to the amount of vibratory energy vibranium can absorb, although the exact extent of these limits are not yet determined. Some uses for vibranium in Marvel are: Captain America's shield is made of vibranium iron alloy, Black Panther has a mesh weave suit made of vibranium, Warpath wields a pair of vibranium daggers, Avengers Tower is reinforced with vibranium laced concrete, Maverick uses a vibranium weave suit, the walls of the interrogation room on the bus in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are made of a silicon carbide vibranium alloy, meant to contain prisoners as strong as an Asgardian. Misty Knight's bionic arm is made of an Antarctic variety of vibranium. The toolbox that Nick Fury gives Phil Coulson to help rebuild S.H.I.E.L.D. is made up of vibranium in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And much more. Next up is Carbonadium. Carbonadium is a resilient radioactive metal that is vastly stronger than steel, but more malleable and cheaper than adamantium. Due to its malleability, Carbonadium is less durable than true adamantium, but still nearly indestructible. Its uses in Marvel Comics are: Omega Red's coils, Dr. Octopus uses Carbonadium to create his tentacles, it is also found in Moon Knight's suits as of the Heroic Age. Spider-Man uses Carbonadium plating on the back of his head to prevent body switches, Deadpool's katana is made of Carbonadium which can stop a healing factor, and much more. Up next is Uru. Uru is a metal ore. It is unique to needle liver. That is not needle. It is unique to needle liver. Nidavilla. Nidavilla. It is unique to Nidavilla, one of the 9 realms. It resembles stone but also has metallic properties. It seems to be able to store most energies, particularly magic. Uru is highly durable and retains enchantments very well. Uru is very resistant to damage and is non-sparking and a highly malleable metal, often requiring extreme methods to forge it, for example the heart of a star or an enchanted forge. Its physical characteristics are difficult to measure, as most known samples are also heavily magically enchanted. Mjolnir was witnessed to handle enormous amounts of physical impact under extreme temperatures without deformation. The main property of Uru is its natural affinity to magic. Uru is not only easy to enchant, but also absorbs magic like a sponge, redirecting it and enhancing the natural attributes of its wielder. Due to its durability and ability to hold enchantments, it is often forged into the finest weapon for warriors of Asgard. It is used as Thor's hammer Mjolnir, Odin's spear Gungnir, Better Build's weapon, Stormbreaker, the enchanted mace Thunderstrike, the body of Uruk the Unstoppable, Heimdall's sword, the Thorbuster suit, developed by Stark on the design of an Uru-powered reactor, Thor's black Uru prosthetic left arm, and many more. Up next is Gravitonium. Gravitonium is an extremely rare element that distorts gravity fields within itself, causing an undulated, amorphous shape. Additionally, when an electrical current is applied, the Gravitonium solidifies, and those gravitational fields erupt randomly, changing the rules of gravity around it. This metal exists in the 1999 universe, aka the Cinematic Universe, notably in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1 and appearing in the episode titled The Asset. The existence and applications of Gravitonium were heavily theorized by Dr. Franklin Hall during his time at the University of Cambridge. The element was eventually discovered in Malta by one of Hall's classmates, Ian Quinn. The unknown mass of the element was then taken from Malta, stored beneath the fridge, where it was then found by Hydra. Next up is Adamantine. Adamantine is a legendary Olympian metal, from which Adamantium was named. Described as the metal of the gods, Adamantine is golden in color, and has several mystical properties such as preventing physical influences and deflecting massive blasts of concussive energy. Adamantine is almost indestructible, much like the metal alloy it inspired. It has demonstrated its incredible durability many times, with one particular example where it, in the form of Hercules' mace, was able to withstand the full force of Mjolnir's blow. Adamantine has been used in many ways in Marvel, such as Hercules' golden mace, the gates of Pluto, Neptune's trident, Pluto's battle axe and armor, and many more. Tony Stark's new element. This new element was originally researched and theorized by Howard Stark after his work with the Tesseract, existing in Earth 1999, again the Cinematic Universe, in Iron Man 2. Tony's design for the arc reactor in his chest required a heavy element such as palladium to keep it running. Unfortunately, palladium was continuously eroded by the neutron bombardment and released deadly poisons into Tony's body. Building a small particle accelerator in his garage, Tony was finally able to create a new element that met his needs, and in turn created a new armor suit to utilize the new power. Tony later tried to get it patented as Badassium, but ran into many legal issues. Not long after Tony synthesized the new element, Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D., along with Dr. Eric Selvig, used it for reigniting the Tesseract. Up next is Phlogistone. The element known as Phlogistone is a powerful source of renewable heat energy, created from the reaction of the moon's orbit with numerous different types of energies, including cosmic radiation, McCrone crystal energies, Phoenix Force radiation, the Beyonders energy, Infinity Gem manifestation, and the white event. It was discovered that prolonged exposure to Phlogistone caused degenerative effects to the brain, including megalomania, obsession, psychosis, hallucination, and eventually death. Phlogistone is named after phlogiston, a chemical that was once believed to have been released during combustion prior to the discovery of oxygen. The name may also come from phlogiston's origin word phlogist, Greek for flammable, in reference to phlogistone's flaming red appearance. Up next is Promethium. Promethian is a magical metal found only in Belasco's dimension known as the Other Place. In the Other Place, it takes the form of a giant animal heart hidden in a cavern deep below its surface. Removal of the Promethian in another dimension will cause Limbo to vanish. The DC Comics universe also has a metal called Promethium. There is also a real-life metal called Promethium, but the properties are nothing like that of the fictional metals. Last and probably least is Plandanium. Plandanium is a metal used by Glidorians to create Space Knight's armor. Yeah, that's it. That's all that is. It's literally a single sentence for an entire page. Adamantine gives me like a 20-paragraph information page, and I had to summarize that into 2 paragraphs. But this gives me 1 sentence. Alright, makes my job easier. Thank you all for watching Marvel Metals. Are there any I missed? Let me know down below. Like the video if you liked the video, but only if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to keep up with the content here at Marvelite HQ. And I will see you in a future video. Mr. Sinister, out.